everyone, and welcome back to my third episode. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Really would like some more subscribers. There's only 2 at the moment. I need some more. Please subscribe. If you like my video, please click like. That'll really help me out. Anyway, today we are looking at some traffic problems. So I noticed at the end of my last episode I was down to 74% traffic and wondered why. This is an intersection I made a little while ago and I was really happy with the intersection. Then what I did is I had downloaded the 81 tiles mod and managed to buy a tile right on the edge of the whole map and thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I put a connection through to the outside world? And yeah, it was cool, except then the traffic started and a lot of traffic came through. So this intersection got really clogged and this whole road that connects to the outside got really, really busy. So I thought, wow, I really need to do something about this. I'm just having a look here at the traffic route. So this is in the in-game tools, and yeah, click on this to see where all the traffic's going. This is my city. Just a brief look. I am going to show you a more detailed look from the next episode onwards, so stay tuned for that. Should be interesting. I've got quite a lot spread out, nice and urban sprawled like we love to have in Australia. None of this tight, compact, high-rise nonsense. For us, we like urban sprawl. We like to use some fuel when we get from one place to another. You know, half a tank to go and see your friend, easy. Now, I do everything, putting in giveaway signs, changing the traffic restrictions so they can go through when they're on the roundabout, and basically doing all the things that Biffa and Sandburr recommend to have a nice free-flowing roundabout. But still, we have traffic problems. I'm just investigating where they are going from this intersection. Where are they actually travelling to? And what can we do? Yeah, interesting. This is the intersection I made in the first 2 episodes, by the way. So what I'm going to do very quickly is just show you how I made this intersection. So what do you think of what I've actually done here is I've put the freeway, the circular route freeway that goes right around my city over a railway line, and I wanted to have the intersection right by the railway line, as you just saw there. So I didn't want to have off ramps going over the railway line, so what I've done is have the 2 roundabouts as you see, and then as you can see here, connecting them in a partial cloverleaf style, so the entrance and exit are quite close to each other and on the same side of the railway line. Now, if anyone has any tips about the Move It mod to stop this sort of thing happening, or to smooth it out somehow, I'm still trying to figure out how to use the Move It mod really well, but in the end, in that instance, I gave up and just plugged it in somewhere else. Oh, too much. Okay, so if anyone has any tips on the Move It mod, please let me know. So anyway, that's the intersection that I built, and it worked quite well until I connected it to the outside, and then that's when it got really heavy. So this is what I'm going to do. Put a bridge over the top of those 2 roundabouts. I thought, well, you know what, if they're going to get held up by the roundabouts, and I've got all the adjustments needed, set up properly, and it's still going to go slow, I'll just put a bridge over both of those roundabouts, and the through traffic can go straight over. I was examining the traffic routes just before, and I saw that a lot of them weren't actually using the intersection to get onto the freeway, they were just using the intersection to go through. So I thought, well, I'll put a bridge over the top and then some extra off ramps, and they can go down to the roundabout from there. And if they want to go from the main road coming in from the outside onto my circle freeway, they can go along the road, get off these little off ramps I'm just building now, and get onto the circle freeway that way. And if they want to go straight through, they can just go over the bridge. It's a different intersection. I've never actually seen an intersection like this before. I just suddenly thought, hey, why don't I do that? Usually I base my intersections off either loosely or quite strongly off ones I've either seen or driven through or been aware of in some way, but this is something completely new that I've never actually seen or heard of before. What we do have to be careful of, and what I'm doing here is adjusting the arrows, because when you put a slip lane into a 4-lane road that only has a line as a median, you end up having the arrows turning left and right. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side by making another bridge, and basically exactly what I did on that one you just saw. So this is the roundabout on the other side of the circular freeway. The circular freeway being this one going over the top, and the road I'm building at the moment is the road that goes in from outside. Now it is actually in the Network Extensions 2 pack, this road I'm using, and it is the one that is 4 lanes with only a line divider. It's got a 90km/h speed limit, which you can change if you have the Traffic Manager mod, and it is grouped in, as you can see, the freeway type roads or the highway type roads, but I'm using it as a semi-surface road, so not quite a freeway, but not something I'm going to put houses on. I wanted a road that was sort of halfway between a freeway and a surface road, so a road I can have connecting other main roads, but not something that I'm going to zone on and put any buildings on. So this was a perfect road for that practice. So I'm putting the off ramps on off that road and onto the roundabout. And again, I do need to adjust the arrows. See, that one will let them go every direction. So I use the Traffic Manager mod President's Edition to change the lane arrows so that I can make sure that they are going the direction they should be. You don't want someone turning right onto a slip lane going the other direction. That would be ridiculous. I'm also using the junction restrictions to allow the straight through traffic to go, well, obviously straight through, as you can see. Now, I made that lane turn left there, and I have found that then everyone started just going down the roundabout and going around the roundabout and going through. And I thought, what are they doing that for? So I changed it again, but it didn't work. So I'll fix it later. And now I'm just doing the junction restrictions here as well, putting the give way signs in, making sure we don't have a problem later on, and just letting the junction restrictions or clicking the junction restriction thing to let them go through if they're on the roundabout. Just seeing how that works. So that has changed the traffic to 84%. Is that 84? Yes, 84%, which is a bit better. So we're getting there. Just doing some more adjustments. What I've decided to do here is use an asymmetrical road with 3 lanes on one side, 2 lanes on the other side. So that way they've got a dedicated left turn lane just before the ramp, so they can use that dedicated left turn lane, go into that, and then they can get off the ramp, and that will just be a single turning lane. So I'm trying to use that as well here. That is for the slip lane that they were all seem to go down. It does put traffic lights in, which you have to remove, and it does have zoning on it, so therefore it is 60 km/h, but I'm not going to actually put any buildings on it. And I did just change, as you probably saw, the speed limit from 60 back to 110. I'm making this road have a speed limit of 110 km/h all the way along. Naturally, or in the game it comes as 90, and I'm increasing it to 110. Now what you can actually do, so you don't have to click on every single speed limit sign there to change the speed limits between the junctions. You hold down the shift key and you click once on one side, once on the other side, and it should change the whole lot all the way along, which means you don't have to spend your time going through and changing each one individually. Just making sure all the junction restrictions are turned off so that traffic can freely flow in every intersection, and we're just going to have a look now at this roundabout. So I tried to change the lane arrows, I tried to do the lane connectors. In the end, delete it. They don't need to use that section of road. From each direction, whichever way they're coming, they just don't need to use it. So I got rid of it, and that helped. That stopped it from happening. So, doing the same thing here, a 3 and 2. Obviously, you can see the traffic stopping there because it inserts traffic lights, changing the speed limit to 110, removing the traffic lights, and then using the lane connectors so that and the junction restrictions to allow the traffic to freely move into a blocked intersection, the lane connectors to make sure that they stick to their lane coming on so they don't get in each other's way when they're merging onto the freeway and they merge a bit further down. And I'm just checking all the intersections now just to ensure that they all have their little all the places where the roads meet, there is a potential junction, and the junction restrictions just need to be set up so that they keep on going. Otherwise, you get what you're seeing there, which is a slowing of the traffic. So I'm just about finished. We're almost there. I'm almost done. Just a few more little nodes to ensure that they are free flowing. And then I think it's just about there. That is flowing a lot better. What's the traffic now? 80, is that 84? I missed that. 81. It's 81, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm happy with 81 as long as it's over 80%. Don't mention that intersection. I know it's all wobbly. When I made it, I was using bird's eye view. It looked great from directly above, but unfortunately, when you look at it side on, I'm just trying not to think about it. Anyway, I did have timed traffic lights at that intersection there. I'm just having a look at all the other speed limits and things on the roads that lead up to that road that goes out of the city, and just making sure everything's working fine. This area I'm going to do I have done a nice intersection for that area there, and I'm going to show you that on a future video. I have recorded me building it, so we're going to have a look at that in a couple of episodes time. But the next episode is going to be the history of my city, so I'd really like if you stuck around for that. I'm adjusting the speed limits on my circular freeway to 130, which is pretty awesome. Pretty high speed limit, 6-lane freeway all the way through for them to go right around the city. I'm going to show you how I got to this stage. So I started with something much smaller. Started with only a couple of tiles, and then I've expanded to 75 tiles. I've got some videos coming up, which I have recorded but haven't edited yet, of me building a whole lot of intersections on this circle freeway. Some of them are quite, am I excited, interested? Yeah, just basically some intersections that I really enjoyed making and I'd really like to share with people. So yeah, that's coming up, but my next video is going to be the history of my city. Pretty happy with my traffic at this stage. It's around 80%. I'm going to talk to you more about that in my next episode. So, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you next time for the history of my city. Thanks for watching. Bye.